I'm Brian Tabajay in the Newswatch newsroom. Coming up next, a new weapon in the fight against cellulite. Jay, I'm on Los Angeles Avenue where the robbery took place. Police just released this composite sketch of the suspect. They say he's not afraid to use his handgun. I'm Brian Tabajay in downtown Los Angeles. See where police found this sniper rifle. Firefighters are finally starting to get the upper hand on that wildfire near Malibu. So far, more than 30 homes have been destroyed. I'm Brian Tabajay in Westwood for the premiere of a controversial new movie. That story coming up. Those stories and more coming up next. Good afternoon, I'm Brian Tabajay in the Newswatch newsroom. Our top story this afternoon, the seizure of hundreds of illegal firearms. I talked with state and city leaders about what it means for Los Angeles. From shotguns to handguns to assault rifles, these firearms were confiscated in a statewide crime sweep. Los Angeles Chief of Police Bill Bratton oversaw the operation in LA.
And what you see on the table behind me is just a small representation of the guns that have been seized just since September. So that's said over less than 3 months.
Called Operation APP for Arms and Prohibited Persons, it was a seizure of hundreds of firearms by state and local police. Using surprise visits, they took them from people who can't own guns because of violent felony convictions. California Attorney General Jerry Brown says this is a big problem.
Well, it's a significant problem. As you see these guns, they're pretty vicious. And when people have been adjudged a felon or mentally incompetent or guilty of beating their wives or some other form of domestic violence, they can't have a gun. It's illegal. And now we've got the computer database to know who these people are.
This operation is far from over. These weapons will be analyzed to see if they were used in any other crimes.
But we're going to run some of the weapons that we think are commonly used in crimes and run them through our federal systems to figure out if they can come back to any of the crime scenes.
Councilmember Jack Weiss says this operation will make California safer.
LAPD and the Attorney General Jerry Brown are going to keep after these folks. If you're not supposed to have a weapon, they will go out and find you.
Police say during the operation, they arrested a man who physically tried to stop officers from taking his weapons. In other news, a controversial new movie is hitting the big screen. The topic? Teenage pregnancy. From Jack Black to Megan Fox, these celebrities arrived for the release of Juno. It's a movie about teen life, unplanned pregnancy, and a non-stop track team. J.K. Simmons, who plays the father in the movie, describes the message of the film.
The message that's in there to me is just, accept and love and support and come together.
I'm pregnant.
Who's the father?
Ellen Page plays a pregnant teenager who decides to give up the baby for adoption. She finds it difficult after falling in love with the baby as it grows inside her. Director Jason Reitman says it's a movie for every family.
You know, this is a movie all about family, and I was fortunate. I had my first child this year, so I've learned what family is all about.
He did a wonderful job here, and he's created this very emotional movie that seems to be touching all kinds of people.
Even though this is a controversial topic, celebrities came out to show their support and concern for unplanned pregnancy.
You know, I think we're sending a reality of real life that, characters just aren't black and white, people aren't black and white. I think we're sending a message that people are really complex things and you shouldn't judge on first looks.
Oscar-winning actor John Malkovich talks about the significance of the movie.
Things that can first appear, if not terrible, extremely challenging in a young person's life, can be worked through.
The movie opens next week. For Newswatch, I'm Brian Tabajay. You take care. Jay, it's called Cellubike, and it could mean the end of cellulite. The bike uses ultraviolet lights to break down fat pockets that cause cellulite. For now, it's on a trial run at the Pasadena Med Spa. Clients say they love it.
Works with everybody, without exception.
The Cellubike isn't cheap. It costs about $40 per treatment. For Newswatch, I'm Brian Tabajay.